Dave, I wanted to ask you about Jared Tenorti. I know he hasn't played a game yet, but he's been here now a couple days, a couple practices. How does he look? Has he come as advertised?
Yeah, big, strong guy. Hadn't skated for a few days when we got him here, so he's getting a few good days of practice in. These last 2 days have been really good for him. So, young player. There's gonna, it's gonna be, we got to continue to work with him and get him up to speed. But great attitude, good work ethic, and when he gets his opportunity, hopefully he's ready to go.
When do you think that might be, Dave? Is he getting closer to getting into a game?
Yeah, no, he's closer. I don't think it'll be tomorrow night, but I'd like to get him integrated sometime soon.
You mentioned getting some of the youth. It seems like this team just got a little bit younger. Don goes out the door, Steve Downey's back in the minors. So I know this is part of the movement here, but your thoughts on, I guess, maybe just adding even more youth to that blue line?
Well, it's just depth of the blue line, right? I mean, we moved a couple forwards out, but depth of the blue line that really, if you look at it, I mean, our whole mantra is to try to grow, and they're young players that have room for growth. Mm-hmm. So it's an opportunity to bring people in and see if they can help what we're trying to do as an organization.
One of those young guys is Klaus. I'm curious what you've seen from him recently and where he stands.
No, like his missing a couple games had nothing to do about how he's playing. It's just a process that young defensemen go through. It's good for them to take a step back and watch a couple games. He'll go back in tomorrow night and he'll be a good player for us. I bet. We were talking last night about it. Mike Stone did it, Murph did it, even EL did it early in his career, and that's part of the process to help them become better players.
What are the pluses you see in his game right now?
Great skater, takes time and space away pretty good, and can be physical and hard in small spaces. So he's a real good young player and lots of room for growth there.
Is getting more confidence with the puck one of those areas?
Yeah, I think that'll as experience, and that's part of the one of the things. If you talk to him sitting upstairs and watching a game, you see how much space you have. From up there, it looks like you got time, lots of time, and there's times on the ice where if you stand down by the ice, everything looks like it goes pretty fast. So it's good for him to just stand up there or watch from up there and just recognize when players have space, or recognize on regroups how much time you have rather than hurry in place.
The last 2 days just been good to recharge after maybe the frustration of the previous two. Good for the offense to.
The way we planned it out is yesterday was a real short day, just kind of worked on a little bit of special teams. But today I thought we had a real crisp practice. So you arguably look at this will be a game that both teams will look at the standings and say this is a big game. So we want to be prepared for it.
Dave, with 30-odd games to go, that'll be the first of 5 for San Jose. I haven't seen them yet. Can you almost sell it as a playoff series, and whoever gets the most points out of these 5, it's going to bode well for you in the standings?
Yeah,
do you expect the games to have that?
You're always thinking of little ways to tweak things, but right now our focus is on that one game tomorrow, and if there is another focus right now, it's to finish this homestand well.
We talked about it with the Red Wings, Dave, a new coach, but it's basically the same core of players. Just a thought or two on the new Sharks and what you've seen watching them. I'm sure you have the last few days.
Yeah, I know Pete's a real good coach. I've worked with him in the World Championships. I'm going to get another opportunity to work with him with the North American Under-23 team. I mean, they're well prepared. Their top players still, he puts them in the right positions, and they're a good team, real good team. So. It'll be a real good test for us, but one thing I know, they'll be prepared.
Were you surprised how maybe it seems when you just get a little bit of breathing room, how compact it now can get back with the standings? I mean, I know that's kind of been the mantra the last few years, but is that just the norm that you probably will never get any, daylight?
With the parity in the league right now, and within divisions, it's what you're going to see. It's a day-to-day occurrence, and the one thing you got to do is make sure, as much as you want to look around what else is happening, you better take care of yourself. Otherwise, that other stuff doesn't matter.